Down or take it outside. So thank you. Welcome, Mr. Russo.
Thank you. My name is Timothy J. Russo, for the record. Madam President and council members, I rise in opposition to today's resolution. For purposes of full disclosure, I am a candidate for county executive, and I ran for County Council District 7 in 2010. First, I am a lifelong fan of the Browns, the Indians, and the Cavaliers. I remember Red Right 88, the drive, the fumble, as if they happened yesterday. I watched the Indians lose Game 7 of the World Series on Armed Forces television from my work in Armenia. I watched nearly every minute of LeBron James' time in Cleveland, and I know why Mel Turpin is called Dinner Bell Mel. I also watched the Browns come hat in hand to one of the poorest cities in America for $30 million. I watched Joe Banner refuse to tell City Council anything about the Browns' finances. I then watched a sitting councilman vote to give the Browns that $30 million, despite getting no answer to his own questions about the Browns' revenue, their profit or loss, even the amount of taxes the Browns pay. If I came to this council to ask for 1 red cent, you would reasonably set a microscope to my bank account. When 3 billionaires come to this council to ask for hundreds of millions, did you do the same? Why is it that every time a billionaire wants to save a nickel, the little guy has to cough up the nickel? 24 years ago, I supported this tax. I dismissed the arguments of people like Raldo Bartolomeo, who said the promises were inflated, who warned us these billionaires would be back again, who documented the money trail billionaires use to purchase the power they need to line their own pockets. Turns out Raldo was right 24 years ago. I'm happy to admit my mistakes. It was a mistake to hand the finances of this county over to billionaires. It is a mistake now. And by the way, when did funding billionaires become the duty of a Cleveland sports fan? The Browns just flushed millions down the toilet to fire their coach after 1 year. At this moment, Joe Banner doesn't even have a coaching staff. Does Jimmy Haslam even know how to earn a nickel without inheriting it, hijacking the taxpayer for it, or defrauding it from his own customers? Dan Gilbert has a license to print money from casinos, by name, written into the Ohio Constitution. Now he wants more corporate welfare? After he bought a team with LeBron James and now sits on a team without LeBron James. The Dolans are one of the richest families in America. They trade Cy Young Award winners like I change underwear. Corporate welfare for them too? And finally, this red herring, implied threat that Cleveland will lose its sports teams if we don't cough up more money from the poorest people in this county is blind to history. These billionaires need to visit Art Modell's grave. It's the one with the salt over it so he never springs up in Canton. Our sports teams leave Cleveland when we say they leave Cleveland. How dare these out-of-town billionaires pop up in Cleveland, take our teams, destroy them on a regular basis, and stroll into our political processes holding the little guy hostage for taxpayer handouts. If I were county executive, this would never see the ballot.
Thank you,
Enough
Mr. Russo.
is quite enough. Thank you.
And any other
Hey, it's Russo.